Uh-oh. That's not good. What just happened?
Don't be afraid. No matter what happens, I'll be with you. But your path is your own.
Did Atreus just die?
Follow it, and you'll end up right where you're supposed to be.
Huh?
There he is. Wake up, Atreus. Wake up.
Hi, Air. What's up? You look hot as ever. Being dead and all. Especially.
Glad you've come back to us.
I'm glad you're here.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Where's my father?
Somewhere here in the Holt. He'll be glad to see you.
Yeah, I don't mean to bitch and complain so much, but with my attention to this game, it's very easy to understand holdups in the boss fight construction, and that's why I've been so analytical throughout this entire game, is I'm admiring the construction of how they've approached the game in comparison to 2018, and the Baldur fight was much better than the Odin fights, I think. It wasn't as dynamic, so in the sense that, like, the dynamics of this fight were far superior to the Baldur fight was infinitely more fair. And it had so much less bullshit going on, and it was way more, I don't want to say constrictive, it was way more just ordered, I guess. It felt like you were more in control of what happened, like, things were much more determinant through player control, and that fight just felt like it was just oodles and oodles and noodles of bullshit for no fucking reason at all. I really hate that I had to fight Odin as many times as I did. I'm very frustrated that I had to restart that fight so many fucking times.
Rude.
Loki!
I'm so glad you're both alive. You have no idea.
Again, due to circumstances that were beyond my control, I just feel like those fights were not well designed.
He was
Drunk. Shitty.
try.
Kinda cool. He was kinda badass, to be fair. He was Thor.
Sorry I couldn't do more. Nothing will fix what you're feeling. But I hope there's some comfort.
So for those Odin fights, both those fights should have taken maybe about 10-15 minutes tops, and they ended up taking like
Loki,
half an hour each for no fucking reason.
it was
So
an honor to fight alongside a giant. Know that.
Will you stay here in Midgard?
For a bit? Then I've got something I need to find.
Mjolnir?
I'm working with Hildisvini to get the rest of the Asgardians to Vanaheim to help rebuild.
You don't want to go to Vanaheim, dude. There's poison berserkers, and there's swamp dogs, and there's colossi.
And through.
Did I mention the
What you're
poison?
looking for.
There's also acid, so there's also acid poison, so
See ya, Loki.
Take care.
not fantastic, not my ideal spot for chilling, but alright, you do you. Yeah, I don't know. I started out stream really, really happy and really, really just pumped full of energy, and those Odin fights sapped everything that I was feeling. Like, even with the Thor fight, I was still pumped up. Like, the Thor fight was actually well constructed. It was actually well designed. The Thor fight was good. It was just a matter of adapting and learning. There was some times when the game would not read any of my parry inputs, and that was a little frustrating. Which is why I hate shit like that, because when the player feels like they're not in control, that makes the game experience feel so much worse.
Everything was blurred. Maybe that was someone else. Anyway, man, I'm really glad to see you.
And look at that,
glad to see you
Skildir
too.
survived.
Looks like you're keeping busy.
I'm just happy to help folks. We're on track to have bedrolls for everyone, and your friend's wolves have been helping out with hunting. We should have plenty to feed everyone.
No shit.
No shit? And hey, thank you for everything. We wouldn't even
Thank you for being a friend, Skildir.
Yeah, of course. I just wish we could have gotten more people out.
They were all strangers anyway, fuck them.
You did good.
Thanks, Skilder.
Look at this boy, how's boy of dad? Odin sucked balls.
You know me.
Terrible fights, both of them. The second one was less annoying than the first one, but they were both not great. If you look at the game in terms of mechanical construction, both those fights sucked absolute ass. In theory, they're good, but like put to paper, they sound great, but like when they're executed in game with the game's mechanics, they're not great.
We wouldn't be here.
I adapted to both the fights pretty goddamn well, I would say, and the only complications I ran into was the game inputting things that I was not inputting, or doing certain actions that I was not doing, or being in the middle of one action where it was an inopportune time.
When we met, I was expecting this
Yeah, I beat the game, so...
master planner.
The Odin fights sucked, and they were a really huge letdown. The second fight with Thor was fucking awesome. My favorite boss fight in the game entirely has to be the 2 Valkyries that you fight in Muspelheim. That double Valkyrie fight was fucking awesome shit. The only thing I really disagreed with was the roll attack.
Alright, stop. Y'all are gonna make me start crying all over again.
Like, the grab attack on those 2 Valkyries, you just have to roll insanely early, and there's absolutely no way of knowing. And it does way too much damage for you to be able to adapt on this difficulty. So that's honestly my only complaint is on that double Valkyrie fight. They could manage to tone down the damage a little bit. They can tone down the damage on the grab attack from the Valkyries, but that fight was fucking awesome. I loved it. The setting was great. The dynamic was great. The ending to it was great. Like, the father and son, like, tackling each Valkyrie was fucking really good. Like, that whole fight was awesome. Surtur taking down Asgard was fucking sick. Like, the whole war segment and, like, the ballistas and shit and fighting all the Einherjar was really fucking awesome. Repairing your connection with Freya and, like, becoming friends and, you know, the companionship element is really good. Like, this game's story was fucking phenomenal. This game was phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal game. Masterpiece. Except the Odin fights. Those Odin fights sucked dick. Badly. Not good. I had to restart each Odin fight like 7 or 8 times purely on account of silly bullshit. Like, either he would fire the laser more than he did before, or he would hit me with the laser in the middle of me jumping across something, or I would be in the animation of breaking a hellstone and, like, there'd be some puddle on the ground that I didn't fucking see because the ground is coated in bullshit, or, the platform I couldn't get across to in time because of the Bifrost or whatever. So, like, if you literally rewatch the VOD, you will see everything I do is nigh perfect. Like, every action I take, every response to every attack is almost perfect. Minus a few misreads on my part with some of the lasers, and some of the parry timings were a little bit poor. But, other than that, great boss construction in this game. Phenomenal storytelling, masterful fucking music, great fucking set pieces. Everything in this game was fucking everything I hoped it would be. Everything I hoped it would be.
My turn.
I loved this game so fucking much. I adored this game. It was fantastic. But because I love it so much, I can't help but heavily critique it in a few respects, and mostly my critiques come to those 2 Odin fights. They were good, but they were not fantastic at all. Like, they were okay. I would rate them probably about a 7 out of 10. While the Thor was like a 9 out of 10. What am I doing, the giveaway? Nobody has entered. So I guess I'll just do a giveaway on Twitter or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. We might figure it out down the road, but I don't need 2 copies of the game. So the giveaway is definitely still happening, even though nobody really applied for it. But again, as Brady brought up, if any of you want to win yourself a copy of God of War Ragnarok so you can deal with the bullshit I just dealt with, yeah, I'm going to be doing a God of War Ragnarok giveaway for PS5. The rules are down below. It's only going to be for people that own a PS5, that way people who want the game can play it, obviously, and don't have to go out and buy a PS5 to be able to do so. And also, if you already own the game on PS4 or PS5, you're not going to get the copy, because I want somebody that has not played the game to be able to experience it, because this game was fucking great.
Every part of me is telling me this is what I have to do.
Don't you own this, Brady?
I just...
If you own it, she can just play your copy, dude. Like, I want somebody that, like, can't afford it, or somebody, like, who wants it to be able to play it. Also, I'm going to detract from the conversation, so forgive me if I don't respond for a bit. I want to enjoy the end of the game, and enjoy the end of the story. Also, thank you for the makeup comment.
For you too.
I try very hard.
Atreus, I am glad you are well.
I'm glad you are too. So, what was the end of the story?
What?
Before Ragnarok, you promised to finish it if I fell asleep.
When death arrived, he asked why the old man had called for him. Seeing death before him caused the old man to reconsider his request. After a moment, he asked that death help him lift the logs onto his back, so that he may continue on his journey.
He wasn't ready to die.
He wished to keep living.
There's a lot of smoke out there.
Seems when Asgard fell, pieces of it landed all over the realms. There might still be some Einherjar near them, but that's not what I brought you here to see.
Mother? My shrine in Jötnar. She destroyed it. She didn't want us to know our fate.
We forged our own path because of her.
She went against her own people. Our people. To protect you. It don't all open. I'm sorry.
So all the giants in Jotunheim were killed by Odin and destroyed because Faye tried to keep us from the truth? So she let us forge our own path to protect us?
I need to talk to you about something.
So we could start a new life, essentially? So Faye did all that for us.
And I've got to find them. I think I know where to look, but they're my responsibility.
You must forge your own destiny.
I need to do this alone. I don't want to do it alone, but I need to. It's hard to explain.
Does it frighten you?
Yeah.
That is why you must do it.
Like you taught me. Yeah.
We survive today because of your choices. Who to trust. Who to call friend. Son. You are ready.
Remember our promise.
Loki will go. Atreus. Atreus remains.
Take care of everyone.
could you see in there, brother?
A path. One I had never imagined.
And what now?
There is much to do. Much to rebuild. Would you join me?
Aye.
We'll see to it. Together.
Freya, we should probably talk about Jötnar.
We don't need to talk about her. We just need to find her.
But Odin chose her as his new Valkyrie queen. A Vanir goddess, your friend.
Jötnar pledged loyalty to Asgard long ago, and our friendship ended soon after.
What happened?
I made a choice. One she couldn't accept. Kratos. She hates me. She will be a problem for us. Better we find her than she finds us.
And another one for the big boy himself. Skull!
Skull!
What a fucking goddamn masterpiece, man. A fucking incredible game. Holy fucking shit.
We can hold a few dozen per cat. Families
A
will stick
fucking
together.
masterpiece!
Take care, Kratos.
It's a fucking game. It's so fucking good.
I appreciate that. And we'll bring
Like-
all the supplies we can, although it won't be much.
Don't worry.
This is everything I was expecting from 2018 that I didn't get.
Aesir and Fenrir.
Oh my god, this fucking game did such a good job of being emotional, establishing world, establishing character relations, fucking building upon them, fucking... Oh my fucking god. Like, this game was so fucking good.
One final word. We wish to offer condolences.
It's such a good fucking game.
Your brother.
Dude, holy shit. This game was fucking incredible.
Memories in ruins.
I love this fucking game so much.
I just wish you'd told me. I would have understood.
2018 was such a fucking mediocre average piece of shit compared to this fucking game. This game was just fucking amazing. Thank you for joining me for God of War Ragnarok. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Stay tuned for Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's the project I have coming up next. after that, we are going to be jumping straight into Wolong Fallen Dynasty, so I hope to see you guys for that. As I said, the God of War Ragnarok giveaway will still fucking happen. You need to play this game. Like, this game, it's an experience. It's an emotional journey. Like, this fucking game did such a good job of what 2018 established. This game did a perfect job at building upon. The story, the fucking plot orchestration, the fucking characters, like, everything in this fucking game was just masterfully done. The music was great, the combat was built upon, like, it delivered in every respect I expected. If anything, I underestimated what Sony Santa Monica could bring to the table, and just holy shit. I am without words. The journey Kratos has gone on, from being nothing but a murderous monster for the Greek pantheon and fucking being used and exploited as a tool of destruction, to redeeming himself, establishing a new life, like finding his freedom, revealing himself to his son, building upon it, like teaching his son and training him and getting him ready and capable of looking out for himself and defending himself when he needs to, and to protect others, and to basically be a vigil, like a sigil for, like, this is what you should strive to be. Like, this is the example that we need to set. We need to be responsible. We're gods. We have to use our power for the benefit of people, not just for our own ends. Like, not just be destructive. I'm wording it so poorly for what I want to convey, but holy fucking shit, what a masterpiece. I am so glad I played this fucking game.